seated right now.
Okay, so those were coming up with functions from data. You can also come up with functions from formulas. So for example, you might be asked to write the area A of a circle as a function of its, and there are three different ways that we can do this: radius, diameter, or circumference.
Are these just like multiple choice?
Okay, so the first one is easy. Write the area of a circle as a function of its radius. What's the formula for the area of a circle? R squared. So you would write A equals pi r squared. Done. Okay. Now we want to change it so that the equation is in a function of its what? Diameter. And so for that you have to know what is the relationship between the diameter of a circle and its radius. What's the relationship between the diameter of a
Radius
circle?
is half the diameter.
Okay, so the radius is half the diameter. And so what I need to do is take this formula right here and plug in for r 1/2 d. Okay? And you have to be careful with this because it's squared, so I'm going to square the 1/2 and I'm going to square the d. So another way that you can find the area of a circle that you probably have not really ever seen before,
So this is for diameter right now?
is by going pi times the diameter squared divided by 4.
Wow, never seen that.
No, and because that's a really awkward way to figure it out, but you could do it that way if you wanted to. Okay? All right, and then they also want us to come up with the formula for the area of a circle in relation to its circumference. So what's the formula for the circumference of a circle, either with radius or diameter, doesn't matter which one.
What?
2 pi r is the circumference of a circle. So I'm going to substitute that in for the r here, but in order to do that, what do I have to do first?
Divide by
Divide by 2
pi.
pi. So if I divide this by 2 pi, then that tells me that the radius equals circumference divided by 2 pi. So now I'm going to plug this r into there. So I'm going to rewrite this as area equals pi times c over 2 pi squared. What is the circumference over 2 pi squared?
Hold on.
Holding.
So we canceled out the 2 pi, and then so we have yeah.
So we took this first equation and solved it for r, and then substituted in the value for r into here. Okay, so it's the same thing if I said what's the area of a circle with a radius of 3, you'd substitute 3 in there for r. I'm just saying what's the area of a circle with a radius of c divided by 2 pi. Okay? So anyway, how do I do this math here? What's c squared? C squared. What's 2 pi squared?
2 pi squared.
4 pi squared, because 2 times 2 is 4, and pi times pi is pi squared. But what can I do with the pi of the pi? Cancel this pi with one of the pi's down here. So final answer is c squared over 4 pi.
That was really just like.
Wait, no.
How does our A, B, and C?
I do have different answers for all of them. Here's one answer, here's one answer, and here's one answer. So those are my three. So those are 3 different ways that you can write the formula for the area of a circle, depending on whether you know the radius, the diameter, or the circumference. Okay? Becca? You got it?
Hold on. I know.
So you've actually done this problem a bunch of times. You did it in geometry, you did it in algebra, you did it in advanced algebra, and you're going to do it again in calculus if you take that next year. So you have a rectangular piece of paper, you cut out some squares from here, and then you fold up the edges to make a box. Okay? Yeah. Huh?
I thought it was cardboard.
Cardboard.
Shut up.
Right, okay. So what we need to do, and we probably only have time to just do this. Yeah, that's a V for volume. And then we'll finish this problem tomorrow, is figure out what the equation for the volume of that box is. So what's the general equation for the volume of a rectangular solid? Length times width times height. Okay, so in this problem right here, what will the length of our box be when we fold those up? 15x what?
Minus 2x.
15 minus 2x,
Yeah.
right? Because you're going to take away these two pieces right here, each with a length of x.
Yeah, I remember.
So the length will be, yeah, you might remember this, 15 minus 2x. What will the length of this be right here? 8 minus 2x, okay? So that would be the width of the box. And then what will the height of the box be? Just plain old x.
Get the height.
Yeah, because when you fold those up, the x that you cut out is going to become the height of the box, okay? Okay, so that's the formula for the volume of the box. Okay, so we'll start here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to figure out what the maximum volume will be. So unfortunately that means we have no assignment.